It's 11:30 a.m. Hello there, good morning. Welcome to news from here on GHOne Television. We are live from our studios at the Platinum Place, Northridge. Also live on X and on YouTube. Here's what to expect in the next 1 hour. Government assures displaced Biniyiri residents will be resettled. Also, former national chairman of the NPP, Paul Afoko, insists his brother, Gregory Afoko, was framed, describing his trial as a travesty. Over 15 persons arrested for examination malpractices in the ongoing WASSCE. And in business, banking consultant describes government's 1-month suspension of licenses for remittances breaches as too lenient. We have more for you on that. And releases video of hostages in Gaza City as Israeli military advances. Well, kindly stay with me because I've got the details of these stories and more in the next 60 minutes. Grateful for your company this morning. I am Joshua KodjoMensah. Let's do the details of our stories now. And a former national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Paul Afoko, has described the protracted murder trial of his brother, Gregory Afoko, as a travesty of justice. Now, you recall Gregory Afoko was granted bail in February this year after spending 9 years on remand for the alleged murder of former Upper East Regional Chairman of the NPP, Adams Mahama. Now, reacting to the development on Star Chat with Bola Ray, Paul Afoko said the entire handling of the case is unfortunate.
Greg, for example, was one of the people who was a polling agent for Nana Akufo-Addo in Sandema at the polling station in front of the palace, our home. He brought the polling sheets that he refused to sign and wrote the reasons why. He brought them all to be part of the court case. In
2012?
Yes. I, on my part, campaigned vigorously for Akufo-Addo to win. Yet, just for Afoko not
103.5
to jump when you are asked to jump, but Afoko will rather ask you, why do you want me to jump? If you tell me why and convince me, I will jump. Whereas every majority around would say, how high do you want us to jump? Greg was lied upon. He was framed. They said Greg was the one who killed Adams.
Well, away from that, the West African Examinations Council has announced that more than 15 individuals have been arrested in connection with various examination malpractices in the ongoing 2025 West Africa Senior School Certificate Examination, WASSCE. According to WAEC, the offences include the possession and use of mobile phones by candidates during exams, impersonation and collusion, among others. Some invigilators have also been implicated in the malpractice cases. Addressing the media, Director of Public Affairs at WAEC, John Kapi, confirmed that some of the invigilators caught aiding candidates have already been handed over to the police. A few have also been sentenced to 6 months in jail for their involvement.
We have deployed a number of staff as well as our own specially trained personnel to monitor the examination centers. Our monitoring teams have unearthed a series of irregular activities at a number of the examination centers. These include, but not limited to, the following. 1. 2 persons were arrested for impersonation at Ghana College, Kaswa. They were arraigned before court and have been sentenced to 6 months imprisonment each, while their accomplice was sentenced to 8 months imprisonment. The proprietor of Christian IPS Kukrantumi, as well as one of his invigilators, have been arrested for creating a WhatsApp group on which they shared snapshots of questions and solutions to the questions. They have been handed over to the police for further investigations. Ebenezer Finn was arrested at St. Vincent College, Abradunkwa, for impersonation. He has also been arraigned before court. Hannah Lariba, a student of Yeji Senior High School, was arrested for impersonation at the Steps to Destiny Senior High School in Yeji. Another impersonator, Mumuni Abdul Hafiz, bolted before the monitoring team could apprehend him. Mr. Kodua Desmond was arrested at Abbott College, Asante Bekwai. He was handed over to the police and subsequently arraigned before court. He has been remanded into police custody for 2 weeks. Osei Asibe Daniel was arrested at Etrima Kwanwuma Presbyterian SHS for impersonation. He has been handed over to the police. Raymond Kwasi was arrested at Etrima Kwanwuma Presbyterian SHS for contracting Osei Asibe Daniel to write the examination on behalf of Obin Dapa Emmanuel.
Well, touching on the security of students in conflict-prone areas, John Kapi assured the public that no safety incidents have been reported so far since the commencement of the examination.
Issue about the impersonated candidates. Obviously, their entries will be nullified. There will be no results for these candidates. To have somebody impersonate you is equally criminal, and so they are also being sought after by the police. And when they are found, the law will take its course.
So John Kapi is the Director of Public Affairs for WAEC. But let's now cross over to the Pentecost Convention Center, where the National Youth Conference is currently underway.
Excellencies gathered here, the representative of the UN Resident Coordinator, ladies and gentlemen, friends from the media. I'm very happy to be here this morning. Having to feel the energy in the room. I want to repeat once. Choboy! Choboy! I'm very happy with this energy the youth hold in Ghana. As I was seated there, I was thinking just one thing. This is the future of Ghana. And trust me, it looks very bright. Choboy! The youth come with exceptional qualities. The topmost of that quality is time, right? We have time. But we also have a lot more. We have creativity, we have energy, we have innovation, and a lot more. But in all of the speeches that were read before now, they keep saying the potential. Now, potential, it's good, but not an end in itself. Potential doesn't mean anything till you take advantage of it. How are we taking advantage of the skill we have, the energy we have, the innovation we have, and the time we have? At UNDP, we believe in these qualities. And not just do we believe in them, we are investing in them. We're working with the minister, the NYA, and a lot of youth groups in skill development, opportunities such as the AFCFTA, peace, and even climate change. Today, I just have one call to action. Let's move from dialogue to action. Let's not just talk about it. Let's start doing it. And together, we can achieve the great potential we have. Lastly, when the youth rise, the country rise. And with you rising, I know Ghana will rise. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Joseph Musa, representing the UNDP. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, representing the European Union is Gisela Spreadhofer. Round of applause for her. Thank you.
Honorable Minister, authorities, young leaders of Ghana, allow me to stand on established protocol to address this gathering. Mema Moache. Good morning. It is a great honor to represent the European Union at this 4th National Youth Conference. I have to confess, the energy of a gathering like this is something you can feel even from a distance. To see so many young leaders, innovators and change makers in one place, focused on building a better future, is incredible and powerful. This reminds me why the work we do is so important. And for this, I wish to commend the National Youth Authority for convening this important meeting. Indeed, last year, the EU had the privilege of joining you at this very venue for the 3rd National Youth Conference. We continue to hold in high regard the NYA's steadfast commitment to advancing the role of young people in Ghana's development. This conference is an opportunity to recognize the energy and leadership of Ghana's youth. With more than 1/3 of the population aged between 15 and 35, young people are not a distant promise for the future, but central actors in shaping the country's path. This is why their voice must be part of every decision, and why we must work with youth and not just for youth. For the European Union, youth empowerment is a priority in our partnership with Ghana. Our engagement is guided by the EU Youth Action Plan in External Action 2022 to 27, which is the first EU policy framework dedicated to building a strategic partnership with young people worldwide. It is anchored on 3 pillars, which are engage, empower, and connect. In Ghana, these priorities are put into action through the EU-Ghana Youth Strategy 21 to 27, which seeks to equip young people and youth-led organizations with the skills, resources, and opportunity to address community challenges and contribute to sustainable development. Within this framework, we will soon launch the 2.61 million Youth Empowerment Program, which is designed to strengthen youth-led organizations through capacity building support and grants, while opening new leadership opportunities for young entrepreneurs and change makers to advance the SDGs. Last week, we also launched the first EU Youth Sounding Board in Ghana. Following a highly competitive process that has attracted over 500 applications, we have selected a dynamic and diverse first cohort of 20 youth who will serve as a bridge between young people, the EU, and its member states. This mechanism will ensure that the perspectives and priorities of Ghana's youth are systematically reflected in our priorities and programs. I'm pleased to say that members of our Youth Sounding Board are contributing as panelists and participants of some of the sessions of this conference. In addition, to connect young people globally, the EU provides opportunities for academic exchange and peer learning. Through the so-called Erasmus Plus program, every year, approximately 1,000 Ghanaian students and professionals benefit from EU-funded mobility to study, train, and network in Europe. Finally, through the EU-Ghana Pact for Skills program, EU and Germany are providing €29 million to support decent job creation for Ghana's youth through investments in the transformation of the TVET system, green and digital skills and jobs, expansion of public employment services, and alignment of higher education with the needs of the labor markets. Beyond dedicated youth programs, the EU strives to mainstream youth participation across all areas of our cooperation. The thematic focus of this conference, skills, entrepreneurship, technology, climate and peace, reflects some of the key sectors where the EU is actively investing to create meaningful opportunities for young people to thrive. The EU remains committed to working in close cooperation with the government of Ghana, civil society, the young leaders, to ensure that youth are fully engaged, empowered and connected. Together, we can create the conditions for young people to realize their full potential and contribute to a peaceful, inclusive and prosperous Ghana. I wish you fruitful discussions and a successful conference. Long live the youth of Ghana and long live the EU-Ghana relations. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Gisela. We're most grateful. Thank you. Round of applause for her again, ladies and gentlemen. We've gotten to the point where we get to take a few presentations, but before we do that, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of the National Coordinator for the National Apprenticeship Program, Nicodemus and B.D. Derry. Nicodemus, are you in the house? Round of applause for him. We also have with us Suleimana Masaudu, who is a technical aide at the Office of the President. Suleimana Masaudu, round of applause for him as well. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, we have the Deputy Director General of the National Sports Authority, Gideon Hammond, is with us as well. Round of applause for him. Thank you. At this juncture, I shall invite to give us a presentation on youth as demographic dividend for Ghana. She is a senior planning analyst at NDPC, that's the National Development Planning Commission, Mrs. Eugenia Ewua Ejapong. Round of applause for Eugenia Ewua Ejapong. Okay, sure, great.
Great, thank you very much. So good morning, everyone. Good morning. I hope we are all doing well. I'm very excited to be here. In fact, Ghana has, bright future. Looking at the youth and the energy in the room, it's very exciting. So I'd like to stand on all existing protocols and just go straight into my presentation. I've been told I should make it very brief, so permit me if I skip some slides. Okay. Who is controlling the... I have to skip some slides, so I don't know how I'm going to. Okay. So I bring you greetings from the National Development Planning Commission, and we are very excited to be on board. So maybe we can move on. Go. Let's go straight to the role of NDPC. I wouldn't want to bore you with our mission and all that. Okay. So to start, I would like to say that NDPC recognizes the fact that issues of the youth is very, very important. And for that matter, in our medium-term policy framework, which is a 4-year document that sets the direction for the country, we've ensured that issues of the youth are adequately mainstream in that framework. And this is going to help us to harness the demographic dividend. And also when we are reporting in our annual progress reports, aside other very important development issues, we ensure that issues of the youth are also adequately reported on, and also in the voluntary national review as well. Please, let's go to the next one. Great. So I would like to stress on what we are doing as government to ensure that we harness the demographic dividend. So one of the policy objectives is harnessing the demographic dividend. And we've identified a number of issues that, if addressed, we'll be able to harness it. So some of the issues are untapped youth bulge, inadequate investment in health and nutrition. We're also looking at weak governance and policy implementation, weak accountability, transparency in public institutions, and limited youth participation in governance. I'm sure the youth will bear with me that is true when it comes to their participation in governance. So some of the strategies that we are proposing is to invest in skills development program for the youth to promote entrepreneurship, digital innovation, and job creation in emerging sectors. We are also looking at ensuring that there is universal access to quality health, and also nutrition, especially for children and adolescents, to enhance cognitive and physical development. We're also looking at the ways of strengthening institution coordination for effective implementation, and also strengthen anti-corruption measures and promote citizen engagement and promote citizen engagements in governance. Next one. So the second policy and objectives under youth development, that's the first, to promote effective participation of the youth in socioeconomic development. And these are some of the issues that have been identified. Limited employment opportunities for the youth in national development. We've also identified high unemployment and underemployment as well. So some of the strategies that have been proposed is develop and implement youth employment and entrepreneurship programs, such as the National Apprenticeship, 1 Million Coder, and Ejumera program, and also provide private sector and NGOs, private sector and NGO involvement in youth entrepreneurship development. So, in continuation, some of the issues also include limited access to startup capital and productive resources, weak structures and inadequate incentives to develop craft and creative youth for sustainable livelihood. And some strategies that are being proposed is to introduce and implement innovation and industrial parks initiatives, and also build integrated and inclusive youth centers in all districts of the country, and also strengthen and harmonize the implementation of evidence-based youth employment program. We're also looking at strengthening career guidance counseling for the youth, and also facilitate access to quality post-basic education skills training to enhance employability of the youth. We're also looking at establishing a national employment bureau which will be responsible for the creation and employment of database for youth, and also host data for all unemployed persons. We're also looking at granting incentive to employers who employ youth through YEA, and also develop a comprehensive credit system tailored for the youth entrepreneurs. Let's move on. Okay. So let me go to the next policy objective that is within our medium-term policy framework. So the next policy objective is reform the national service scheme to respond to national development priorities. And some of the issues that have been identified is low or insufficient national service allowance. I'm sure most of you will bear with me. And also legal and administrative limitation. And some of the strategies proposed is to pass a legislative instrument to implement the National Service Act 2024, and also to improve conditions of service for national service personnel. And also another objective is to harness the vast talents, skills, and energies of the youth for national development. And some issues that have been identified is resistance to change among the youth, and political interference or lack of bipartisan support in youth engagement. And some strategies are develop a structured national orientation program as an onboarding tool to advance civil responsibilities, national identity, and cohesion, and also enhance the school-to-work transition value by introducing mandatory and voluntary programs to promote the acquisition of practical work tools, skills, and values, and promote the development of social enterprises by young people to create solutions for national change. Another objective is to establish Ghana as a leading hub. And one issue that we identified is on favorable environment to support digital innovation. And what we think can be done is to facilitate the creation of unicorns of development by young development technology entrepreneurs. So let's move on. Okay. So NDPC has taken the lead in developing the Youth Development Index, which is being supported by UNFPA. Basically, what we want to do is to ensure that issues of the youth are tracked. So we track progress across all the 16 regions in the country. And this is going to help us know where to channel resources, where the disparities are, and where to focus on when it comes to development. So within the YDI, there are various domains that we are looking at. We are looking at issues relating to health, education, governance, and others. And this is not done in isolation. What we do at NDPC is to ensure that we work with other sectors. So we have a technical working group where we work with other MDAs to support this charge. And we work with the youth as well, because we want to, know it from them. The issue shouldn't come from us. So they should tell us what it is so that we use it to firm this work. So please, let's go again. Go to what is holding us back. Sorry. Yes. So what is holding us back to ensure that the issues or the youth is being, harnessed to reach the demographic dividend? So despite the fact that Ghana is a youthful population, there are a lot of setbacks. So some are limited employment opportunities. Even though we've enrolled the free SHS program, it's just about 10% of graduates that are employed when they graduate. And also youth unemployment remain high, especially among youth aged 15 to 24. There are skills gaps and mismatch in education. Many a times, what we study in school is not what the industry wants. So what can be done? We need to ensure that there is this synergy so that what we study in school is basically what industry needs. So that it wouldn't be like it's not going to be the best. So we need to really focus on that. So many graduates lack the practical, the job-ready skills, despite going through the theoretical bit. We know the theory, but when it comes to practical, it becomes a challenge. And over 50% of young workers are in the informal sector, unsustainable, low-paying jobs and all that. And unequal access to infrastructure. So rural youth in the rural areas face a lot of disparities when it comes to education and all that. And also uneven digital access, poor roads, and limited capital as well. And all this has an impact on the youth. So what do we have to do? The last but one slide. So what do we have to do? All hands on deck. We need to work together. The government has a role to play. Private and civil societies as well as NGOs have a role to play. And you, the youth, also have a role to play. The government must invest in education, governance, make sure that jobs are provided for the youth, infrastructure, and all that. Civil society and private sector also have a role to play when it comes to funding, mentorship, support, equity, partnership, and all that. And you, the youth, what do you have to play? You need to learn, you need to lead, you need to create, innovate, and ensure that there is change in the country. On that note, I'd like to say a very big thank you to you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Eugenia Iwa Ejapon. She's a senior planning analyst at the National Development Planning Commission. She brought us a presentation on youth as demographic dividend as for Ghana. Now, up next, we have Madame Nadu Adiko Menu. She's bringing us a presentation on empowering youth for action, building capacity for meaningful participation and tackling technology-facilitated gender-based violence. Let's welcome her with a round of applause.
All right, thank you very much. Choboy. All right, so in the interest of time, but I want to first of all acknowledge my acting ED for the opportunity to present on behalf of PPAG. We are a leading sexual and reproductive health NGO committed to deliver quality sexual and reproductive health education and services for all, especially young people and marginalized groups, and a key partner with the National Youth Authority. And so whilst I get right into it, just to say that this presentation was envisioned to be a capacity building side event, but the organizers really saw that the topic about technology facilitated GBV is something that should interest everyone. So whereas the presentation takes that form, I'll still do my best to run us through. And so I'm sure everyone here has access to a social media or phone, right? Yes. And well, while some are saying no, majority of us, especially young people, do have access. But what comes with the responsible use of technology? I like to take you from the acting minister, the one who read the speech on behalf of the Minister of Education, did acknowledge that there's a lot of technology divide and they need to even bridge that gap and AI. While this is good, we need to have understanding about the dark side of irresponsible use of technology and how they contribute to gender-based violence, which is any violence or discrimination perpetrated against someone because of societal rules, right? So I just wanted to paint a picture about a young person who has been harassed in a WhatsApp group. It has gone viral. Just imagine the kind of thoughts that is running through the girl's mind. Now, just to give a global perspective that when it comes to technology-facilitated gender-based violence, it does disproportionately affect women. Not that the men don't get affected, they do, and I'm going to highlight that in the subsequent slide. And so how does technology-facilitated GBV come in from? Through sextortion. And so you have someone go online and say, hey, if you want me to do this for you, I'm going to ask for sexual favors in return, right? And also online harassment. I don't know, many of us, I'm sure if you pass the mic, may share experiences where there's this one person that constantly comments something negative and I say celebrities are human beings as well, and they endure a lot of technology-facilitated GBV because you are constantly on the media and people comment about your body size, your shape, and all that. Then image abuse, right? And cyber stalking. Somebody constantly in your DMs, saying all hateful things to you. And online grooming. And so you have people like, especially young girls are victims. A grown-up person, I like your picture, send sexually demeaning words to your DM and grooming you. Before you realize, the young person agrees to meet the person, not by her own consent, but because they've been conscientized to do so. And with the advance of AI, we have deep fake videos. And most of the time, our generation, bloomers are the one who fall for deep fake videos, right? And so this is how somebody can maneuver a video and tell you, hey, I've kidnapped you, but maybe your daughter is in school, but they're extorting money from you. And so I just wanted to just play this video to see how a technology facilitated GBV can manifest if you have not been previewed to it. So these are not just words. In other jurisdictions, you find out that some words drive people to commit suicide. I don't know who likes the K-pop industry. And so you find a lot of the South Korea celebrities dying because of their fans tweeting negative, and it drives them to depression and other mental health issue. And so I also I threw in more case study for us to appreciate, but for the sake of time, I'll just go right into it. Now, as young people, how can we meaningfully engage and join the fight to deal with technology-facilitated GBV, right? And also, what are even the barriers that young people face? So, fear of harassment, right? And also lack of digital literacy. That's why I'm excited that the Ministry of Education really has a vision of this. And not even just the ministry, all of us, right? You may have not known about what technology-facilitated GBV is, but now you know. And so how do you further, as parents, educate your children that the moment they are handed a cell phone, they don't become trolls, they don't become bullies, but rather create a safe online community, right? And also, in terms of barriers, we're looking at access to confidential, youth-friendly support and reporting mechanism. This applies to all issues of GBV like sexual violence, emotional abuse, and whatnot. Now, how does TFGB affect young people predominantly? Psychological harm, it leads to a lot of anxiety, depression, and limits women and girls' participation online, right? And these are where you find conversation like trending hashtag, then one celebrity who is go and comment, and they begin to drag it, and before you want, they abstain from it, and it doesn't give room for people to contribute to national discourse online, right? Also leads to a lot of racist, restricted, demographic expression, that's harassment of female leaders. And you see, the issue is that some of these harassments or dangers doesn't end online. Some even continue offline. So you find that maybe, I keep using celebrity because they are the easiest form to picture when I'm talking about it. Some of them get insults on their comment page, and people see them in person and still harass them, right? And so I wanted to show some pictures, some comments that also contribute to technology facilitated GBV. Like tell somebody like go and die. Something like to you are just making a phone call, but you are really contributing to technology facilitated GBV. And I just wanted to let you know that if you didn't know, it's a crime, right? And these are some policies in Ghana that seek to create online safety. So you have the Cybersecurity Act of 2022. We have some policies that are kept in place, Domestic Violence Act, the Criminal Offences Act, and the Electronic Communications Act, as well as the Data Protection. These are policy and laws in place. So just know that if you think you will get away with trolling somebody, unless the person doesn't know that you are aware, it's a crime. On all these policies are there to protect you and seek redress if you ever find yourself in such situation. And also, as we are a gathering of young people, our participation matters in combating technology-facilitated GBV. And we know that when it comes to the social media space, it's highly dominated by young people. And young people, we are digital natives and key agents, and so it starts with us. You may have 1,000 followers, 1K followers, 100,000, 1 million followers. How are you using your following and online presence to make sure that you are not adding more salt to injury, but you are rather creating a safety platform for your followers, and also to empower you to participate and strengthen in democratic dialogue, and gender equality movement. And so the moment we begin to address technology-facilitated GBV, we are ensuring a safe and inclusive digital environment. We should use internet as a good servant, right, and a good master, and not the other way round. And so this scenario was just to, mimic you being an influencer or having a voice on the space. How can you make sure that we are building digital literacy and also making sure technology is safe for us to use? And so as CSOs, as development partners, we are committed to empower young people to understand online safety, recognize and resist and reports. So if anybody is harassing you or doxing or use sextortion in any form, you have every right to report to the police to seek redress. And we should constantly teach our young people about privacy, data security, and consent. Revenge porn is one of it. So nobody should share your intimate image without your consent, right? And also, how about collaborating with tech companies to design safer online platform for youth? And I just quoted because UNFPA Global has an initiative in place which we can replicate. Then what are some innovative approaches that we can use? So digital communication, right? There's a lot of emerging apps. PPAG has the Yenkasa, Ghana Health Service has the You Must Know app. A lot of platforms exist, and so we also can use those avenues. And youth-led campaign, as we are chanting the Choboys, and some of the campaigns that are in like Unim Red, these are great initiatives. We can create more hashtags to bring awareness to say no to online harassment and bullying, and also still use AI and data analytics to be able to detect and prevent abuse. Gladly, some of these platforms have sensors and other protective tools that can help. Maybe we should educate ourselves so that you can even filter your comments so that you can block somebody if they are disturbing your peace of mind. Then in terms of partnership, just wrapping up, and policy, multi-stakeholder coalition. Technology facility GBV, like the border GBV, cannot be fixed by just one person. It takes a lot of collaboration, right? And so how about Cyber Security Authority, PPAG's Youth Action Movement, and all the other youth coalitions coming together? Let's keep advocating for laws and policies that criminalizes technology facilitated GBV. Continue protecting the rights of young people and ensure legal recourse and justice. And I know we may have brilliant ideas, but funding and resources are also needed to dedicate the youth to dedicated to a youth-centered prevention and response program. Lastly, what are some of the recommendations from my perspective is to recognize technology facilitated GBV as a serious form of GBV. When we talk about the form, people only limit it to like sexual abuse, but there are other parts that needs also to be echoed, and technology facilitated GBV is one of them. Increase awareness, and that's why I'm here today, to create a lot of awareness and address the root causes of gender equality. GBV exists because there are negative norms and roles that exist and gender inequalities. So we tackle from the root cause, right? And also collaborate across all domains. We need to involve the young people, the parents, the teachers, everyone, and also a good policy environment. So this is what I'll leave you with as a call to action. Let's invest in youth capacity building for digital literacy, leadership, and let's foster inclusive and safe online spaces. And lastly, continue to support young people as catalysts of change. Thank you very much. So just to wrap up, I brought some goodies for engaging, but I still want to give it out. So during the open forum, in-school adolescents who are able to engage get some free goodies from PPAG. And if you want to learn more about us, we have an exhibition booth, and I'll be more than willing to answer any burning question. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Nadu Adiko Menu with the PPAG, Planned Parenthood Association of Ghana. I remember PPAG from my primary school days when we used to go to the Young and Wise Center, where they taught us about sex, about condom use, about the family planning methods. You can mention, relax. And you hear sex, your ears are sweet you. Choboy. Ladies and gentlemen, we're gradually drawing to the end of the first part of the program. And of course, after that, there'll be a second session where we'll have the chief of Staff, the Honorable Julius Deborah, join us. But before that, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of the National Youth Organizer of the PNC, Mark Ewusi Akon. Mark Ewusi Akon. Let's give him a round of applause. We also have Jude Balma, who is the National Youth Organizer of GCPP. Round of applause for him as well. The National Youth Organizer of APC, Alhaji Hassan Abu, is also with us. And let me also acknowledge the presence of national youth organizers across all of the 16 regions of the National Democratic Congress. Regional youth organizers of the 16 regions, across the country for the National Democratic Congress. Round of applause for them as well. We also have constituency youth organizers across all of the 76 constituencies of Ghana. Round of applause for them as well. Thank you very much. Steez, if you're ready, we will take a dance performance from Steez. They're not ready yet. I'm told Steez is not ready yet. We are supposed to have an interlude. And so in the absence of Steez, maybe I should allow some jama for about 2 minutes, right? So one of you can come on stage. Who is going to lead the jama? Let's give him a round of applause. Hey. Okay, thank you very much. Youth!
When I say youth, you respond power. When I say power, you say action. When I say action, you say now.
You give and give it to me. Hey! Atessa! Greater clarity! Are you in the building? Youth! Power! Action! No. Atessa! Youth! Power! Action! Atessa! Greater clarity!
Gather youth to say yeah!
Yo!
Gather youth to say yeah!
Greater crow! Greater crow! Jose! Greater crow!
Ghana youth
For your country, the mercy demands your devotion.
Let us all unite.
That's
to
right.
uphold her and make her great and strong.
We are all involved. We are all involved. We are all involved. Everyone of motherland. Atessa.
We
Greater clarity. Involved.
We are all
Involved.
We are involved. And man.
You are motherland. Oh boy. Alomo Bibio.
Banga bongo bongo, banga bongo bongo, banga bongo bongo, banga bongo bongo.
Alomo.
They say I'm bonsai, Nasia Didida.
Alomo.
They say I'm Pamba,
Alomo.
Nasia Filida.
Alomo.
They say I'm Jabe,
Alomo.
Nasia Bosada.
Alomo.
Banga bongo bongo,
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 Alomo.
banga bongo bongo.
Alomo.
They say I'm Pamba.
Alomo.
Nasia Filida.
Alomo.
They say I'm Jabe, Nasia Bosada. They say I'm Capo, Nasia Vinamada. Banga bongo bongo, banga bongo bongo. Pablo, 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 mama, Pablo, Chaboy, we get song where if one of this in one boss come out, we will see give up. In the person of Julius Deborah. So when he comes, we'll sing this song for him. We have to learn it before he comes.
That's so great.
The song goes like. The song goes like.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Kindly resume your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Abek. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Please take your seats. Please take your seats. Thank you very much. Thank you. All right, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Revolution has a long way to go, but has come to stay. Revolution. Thank you. Choboy. Thank you very much. Thank you. God bless you. Please take your seats now. Thank you. Thank you for your understanding. Thank you for your understanding. We're most grateful. We must recognize where we are and what we are here for. And so please, whenever we say thank you, you bear with us and you let us proceed. The events are time-bound. We have so many partners who have committed money, who have committed time, and who have committed other resources to ensure that all of you are here at GHOne, ensure that you are in this auditorium, you have a place to sleep, you have food to eat. And so for that respect that we have for the people who have committed their money and other resources to this particular event, whenever we say thank you and we try to hold you back, from doing a number of things, please bear with us. It's a national event, and there are so many people watching us right now across the country and across the globe because we are live on TV. And so please bear with us whenever we ask you. Thank you very much. I've just been informed that the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Julius Debra, has arrived. And so the Minister, the CEO of the National Youth Authority, have gone to receive him. And so we'll wait for him to join us shortly. And while we wait, I shall now invite the Ghana Police Band to give us an interlude. Thank you very much. And let's give them a round of applause. Gentlemen, shall we be upstanding as we welcome the Chief of Staff? Shall we be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen, as we welcome the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Julius Deborah. Of course, he's been welcomed. He's been ushered in. He's been ushered in by the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, the Honorable George Opariado, the CEO of the National Youth Authority, Mr. Osman Ayariga, can also be seen ushering in the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Julius Deborah. Ladies and gentlemen, the Chief of Staff, the Honorable Julius Deborah, has just joined us. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Steez, are you ready? Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I thought we had an agreement. I thought we agreed. I thought we agreed. Please, 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 please. Thank you very much. We shall now take the Ghana national anthem. Shall we all be upstanding, ladies and gentlemen? Thank you very much. You may now take your seats, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please. 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 Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. We are most grateful. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now invite Steez to give us a brief dance performance, and after that, the program will continue. We are presently live on WASSCE TV. Steez. Okay, they're available. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Africa. Oh. Power, power, action, action, youth, power, action. Oh, we are not done.
What's some tips about?
Why don't you mix a good long and I'm a person?
Ho, 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 grooving, 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 yeje, 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 yeje. Ah, ho, ho, see. Now, let's jump together. Are you ready now? Ho, Insembo, 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 Insembo. Abba, T, T, to, ho, Ajay, 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 Be, oh, are the youth here? Stand up, Ajay, give them, go, go, gaga, go, go, gaga, go, go, gaga, go, go, gaga. Hey, these are the youth, innovation and creativity. To the top, hey, ta, be. Oh, you can clap for us. Oh, they are doing well. They are doing well. Hey, they are doing well. They are doing well. Hey, Ajay, cool, haba. Oh, ta, papa, ting, ah, ting. See the youth, energy. See the youth. Energy, see the youth, energy, see the youth, energy, see the youth, energy, see the youth, energy. Hey, Ajay, ziggy, hey, Ajay, siritin kwa, enye kasa, Ajay, enye kasa, Ajay, enye kasa. Hey, Chadie, Beso. Ajay, Rude, Silva, da Silva, Ajay, da Silva, hey, T, Yankwana, I see. Oh, hey, ticking. Okay. Oh, Ajay.
Please, let's wrap up. Let's wrap up, C's. Let's wrap up.
Nice. Kodjo. Can you be on our feet?
Thank you very much, C's. Let's give them a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hey, they are dancing. They are still dancing. Ajay, they are still dancing. Ajay, they are still dancing. Ajay, they are still dancing.
Thank you.
Go down low.
Thank you.
Hey, go down low. Hey, go down low.
Thank you.
Hey, Anderson. Hey, Anderson. Clap for them.
Thank you. Thank you very much, C's. Round of applause for C's. Thank you. Thank you very much. Atasa. Thank you very much. Yesterday, I made a statement, and I believe I'm going to repeat the same statement here again today, that there's a lot of energy in this auditorium, and one can only imagine what we can do and what we can achieve as a country if we direct that energy we have in this room in the right place. Imagine we're directing all of this energy into agriculture. Imagine this energy is going into IT and AI and all of the things that matter in our society today. Just imagine what we will achieve as a country if we were able to make good use of all of the energy that we have as young people. And so as you leave this place and go back to your various regions and to your various homes as young people, just think about it. What could we possibly achieve as a people, as a country, if we used our energy properly? And so give yourselves a round of applause once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we have with us the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, the Honorable Julius Deborah. Let's give him a round of applause. We also have in our midst Ghana's Deputy Minister for Energy and Green Transition, the Honorable Richard John Mensah is here with us as well. As the program goes on, I'll definitely acknowledge the dignitaries that come in. At this juncture, let me also quickly acknowledge some of the media houses that are broadcasting this particular event live on TV. I already mentioned WASSCE TV. We go all out for you. You're live on WASSCE TV this afternoon. We're also live on GHOne TV. We're live on the nation's broadcaster GTV, Pan-African TV, and of course Radio Gold and YFM are also broadcasting live on radio. And so we're live across all of these media platforms. And don't forget to follow the National Youth Authority on social media, on Facebook, on TikTok, on Instagram, on X, on LinkedIn, or visit their website www.nya.gov.gh for more information on all of the activities that they engage in. To quickly get this particular session started, I'd like to invite, representing the Central Regional Minister, Chief Mike Derry, to give us a welcome address. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you, MC. Ghana's Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Deborah, Chairperson of the occasion, Honorable Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, Honorable Member of Parliament, available here, the Chief Executive Officer, National Youth Authority, the Chief Executive Officer, National Service Authority, the Chief Executive Officer, Youth Employment Agency, the Chief Executive Officer, National Entrepreneurship and Innovation Program, Country Director, Plan International Ghana, the Executive Director, Star Ghana, distinguished invited guests, organizers of this conference, our vibrant young men and women, the press, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon to you all. It gives me great joy and honor to stand before you this afternoon as the guest of honor at this all-important fourth national conference here at the Pentecost Convention Center, Gomua Fete. My name is Chief Mike Derry, the political coordinator for Central Region in the Office of the President. I'm here to stand in for the Regional Minister, Honorable Eko Eduamwa Ochiripeni. On behalf of the Central Regional Coordinating Council and the good people of our region, I warmly welcome you all to the gathering of energy, ideas, and innovation and hope. Let me commend the organizers for this commitment to creating this unique platform where the youth of Ghana coverage not only to share experiences, but also to shape the national conversation on our collective future. The chosen theme for this year, in quotes, igniting potential, inspiring change, unquote. In both timely and thought-provoking, it challenges all of us to reflect on how we can nurture the enormous potential embedded in our youth and channel it towards meaningful, sustainable change for our country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we live in a fast-changing world where innovation, creativity, and resilience are the currencies of progress. The Ghanaian youth, energetic, talented, and ambitious, are all key stakeholders in driving this progress. But potential alone is not enough. It must be ignited through education, mentorship, hard work, and discipline. Change does not happen in a vacuum. It is inspired by the vision, leadership, and action. As a region and as a country, we must therefore invest in youth development, skills training, entrepreneurship, digital innovation, agro-businesses, and leadership empowerment. It is in doing so that we will prepare our young people not only to take our space in the future, but to lead confidently. To the young men and women gathered here, let me emphasize this. You are not the leaders of tomorrow. You are the leaders of today. The choices you make, innovations you bet, and the values you uphold will define the trajectory of our nation. Dream big, but also stay grounded in integrity and patriotism and service. As a government and stakeholders, we pledge to continue supporting like this, to amplify your voices, to provide opportunities, and also to ensure that your aspirations find expression in the national development. In conclusion, I urge all participants to take full advantage of this conference, share your ideas, network, collaborate, and live here with renewed zeal to contribute meaningfully to your communities and to Ghana as a whole. Once again, I warmly welcome you to the Central Region, and I wish you a fruitful deliberation. Thank you, and may God bless our youth and our dear nation. As I resume my seat, I want to hear the presence of the youth here. Youth! 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 Action! Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Chief Mike Derry, Political Coordinator for the Central Region, here representing the Central Regional Minister. A round of applause for him once again, ladies and gentlemen. Let me quickly acknowledge the presence of Brigadier General Maxwell, who is the Director General of the Narcotics Control Commission. A round of applause for Brigadier. We also have Mr. Alexander Chum Berima, who is the Deputy... Oh, sorry. Charlie, this person has to be a pharmacist because the handwriting... But I'll come back to it when I confirm the handwriting properly. But of course, let's quickly acknowledge all of our dignitaries who are here with us this afternoon. A round of applause for them, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eura Adams Karim. I work with WASSCE TV as host of the WASSCE TV Breakfast Cafe. We air Monday to Friday, 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So if you're not busy on a Monday or Friday or Tuesday or Wednesday or Thursday morning, do catch us for the best of breakfast. I shall now invite the Odikro of Gomwa Fete, Nana Abo Ata II, to deliver his remarks.
Let me go. The Chief of Staff, the Chairman, all representatives from the Ministry of Youth and Empowerment, the Regional Coordinating Council, NGOs, CSOs, and corporate organizations, all other dignitaries invited. My name is Nana Kwesi Ejiri, the fourth, the Oman Batan for Gomwa Fete Traditional Council. I am here to deliver this speech on behalf of Nana Aboreata, who really wanted to be here, but because we have started our WASSCE festival, he has to attend to other matters. Thank you very much. It is an honor to stand before you today as we all convene under the theme that resonates with the spirit of the youth. Igniting potential, inspiring change. We, together has a potential. In this gathering, this is not just a potential. This is a vibrant, untapped force ready to reshape our world. And that force is you, the youth. I remember at a time not too long ago when I felt stuck. The same routine, the same challenges, and the feeling that my ideas do not matter. I was hesitant to speak up, hesitant to try new things, convinced that I was not ready and I was not qualified, or simply, I was not enough. This feeling is common, and it can be paralyzing. But then, something shifted. A mentor believed in me, and I believe we have many mentors here whom we can look upon and then believe in them. When I heard that the chief of staff will be here, in fact, I was praying that he will be here before I deliver this speech. He's a gentleman, someone that we can all look up to. So powerful that we don't even hear from him much in the media. But at least, he's a gentleman, and I always admire him when I hear his speech or everywhere he goes. And a loyal friend, I think, to the president, because it has not been easy. He has moved from the Mills administration, I think, way before that. So we can all look at him and emulate him as a youth. Like I said, a mentor believed in me, and a new opportunity presented itself. I was challenged to step outside my comfort zone. It was like a tiny spark in the dark room, and it was enough to ignite something within me. The theme, Igniting Potential, is more than setting goals. It is about unlocking the dormant power within us to pursue them. It is about realizing that what if I cannot questions are less important than what if I can. We are no different. We need inspiration, support, and opportunities to grow into the fullest versions of ourselves. The challenges we face are significant, but believe me, the opportunities before us are even enormous. We have a collective responsibility not to only recognize this shift, but actively shape them through innovation, collaboration, and unwavering dedication. We are constantly told to dream big. It is only the first step. The real magic happens when we ignite that potential and transforming our aspirations into action. We are here not to talk about something powerful, potential change. I think it is the smallest seed they hold the essential of a mighty tree. It also holds everything it needs to be magnificent, but needs the right condition to grow. Your idea, your passion, your unique talents are the seed. Think of the minds, innovative, passionate individuals who have already contributing to shape our vision. We might create the environment where talent can flourish. And this is to the YEA authorities. Create the environment where the talent can flourish, where curiosity is encouraged, where experimentation is supported. And let us, the youth, embrace our passion, and together let us ignite the potential that lies within us and inspire the wave of positive change in the world. I would like to add this. We have heard about the youth. I think since yesterday, it has been the youth. Today, it has been the youth, chanting the youth. The EU rep told us about some interventions that they are giving, which is example TVETs that they are providing. But at the end of the day, I want to say this to the authorities, that if we empower the youth, we develop them, we have all the skills that we need. What comes next? The job. It will interest you to know that the reason I said I'm happy the Chief of Staff is here is because per the government flagstaff project, that is 24-hour economy. On behalf of Nana Boreata and the chief and elders of Gumuafete, we have earmarked 300 acres of land which is not far from here. It's just behind this auditorium, the Pentecost, about some few miles here. We believe that Gumuafete or Gumua East West, we are the gateway to Central Region. And when we look at the youth, all of them want to be in the capital city. So most of the companies, industries are concentrated around the Afoko Road. These 300 acres we intend to be used to set up an industrial hub where the youth who even come all the way from Cape Coast, they can stop here and then develop. We have engaged with the AGI, that's the Association of Ghana Industry, on several occasions. We have also engaged with the Free Zone Board and also engaged with a group of investors from USA, Atlanta. They have sent their rep here who have all shown interest in taking part in our industrial zone. On this note, Honorable Chief of Staff, I'm happy to say that we have done all this, but we have a little challenge. That is the road from Millennium City Junction all the way to this auditorium. I believe that after this program, I'll liaise with the DCE so that we can come to you for your intervention. Personally, I'm saying this in the presence of all the youth here, and I believe you are also Adeoyo. I believe that once you have heard it, you will take it personally and make sure we provide all the logistics for the companies who want to operate here for it to be okay for them. In conclusion, I want to say, let us all share our insights and experiences freely, both partnerships that drive progress beyond this gathering, and learn from the success and challenges of others. Let us all, the youth, live here today with a renewed sense of purpose, ready to ignite the potential within ourselves and inspire the change our future depends on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Nana. Now, as if I knew Nana was going to be giving out free lands today. See, I mentioned earlier. Nana, I hope the 300 acres, my one plot is not part of. Okay. Some nice beachfront plots, When I put up a nice house, we'll come for weekend chilling. Yeah. All right, thank you very much. Round of applause for Nana once again, ladies and gentlemen. At this juncture, I shall call on the very hardworking CEO of the National Youth Authority. He's a lawyer, he's an architect, he's a politician, and he has brought all of us here together. He's been tasked with the most difficult responsibility of ensuring that we train young apprentices and give them jobs to do after. We're definitely looking forward to him achieving that major feat, and I have no doubt that he would achieve it. Let's welcome with a round of applause, lawyer Osman Ayarga, CEO of the National Youth Authority. Boy. Hey, hey, youth, 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 power, 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 action. Papa na kamensi,
Come and see. Come and see what GM has done. 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 Papa, come and see, oh, come and see, oh. Come and see what GM has done. Come and see what GM has done. Come and see what GM has done. Musimo pe JM na mubenya, yeah. Musimo pe JM na mubenya. GHOne, please have your seats. 4-4-2, down ball, short passes, straight to the pole. Go. Kaobe. JMA, Mama, Kaobe. GHOne. Don't worry, when we are done with the program, we'll see the Jama throughout the night. Today is Friday. Atasa. Thank you very much. Youth of Ghana here in gathered. Permit me to stand on already established protocols. I want to request that you permit me to do that, Honorable Chief of Staff. We are here today not just as a conference of young people, but a meeting of the present and the future to learn from the past and plan for the future, because we are the present and the future of this world. We are here not just to sing and dance, but we are here to exchange ideas and build the next business giants, the next great politicians, and the next great Africans, not just for Ghana, but for the entire world. And I'm extremely delighted to stand before you here as the CEO of the National Youth Authority. Only can it happen in a government led by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, where a young boy like myself from Boko will be made the CEO of National Youth Authority to lead all Ghanaian youth under the leadership of the first ever Minister for Youth Development, George Opare Addo. Not only am I grateful, but the youth of Ghana are grateful for His Excellency keeping true to his word and keeping fidelity to his promises and making sure that he walks the talk. We are here to talk about the youth. But of course, in that conversation, we'll also need the elderly to hear the youth. We speak in different voices. As you saw some dance, they were communicating the aspirations and the dreams of the youth. As you saw some sing, they were singing the dreams and aspirations of the youth. And as I stand here to speak, I speak not for myself, but for the millions of youth out there who we know we form the major majority and not the micro minority. We are the majority and we are more than them. We are more than them. So we shall decide and we shall execute. And that is why we are here today. we are in a place of executing many programs and projects that will put the youth in a higher pedestal. Thanks to His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we are implementing the National Apprenticeship Program. And I can state, without equivocation or fear or favor, that this is the biggest social intervention program in the history of this country, Ghana. A program where you train people who do not have skills or education from the beginning, take care of them in the process, and at the end of the day, make sure they are given a source of livelihood, they are given startups, and they are put in a better place to fend for themselves because they have been given meaningful and dignifying, sustainable jobs. This year, we have started training of 10,000 youth who are being trained by 4,000 craftsmen or master craftsperson. And God being so good, His Excellency, with the support of His able Chief of Staff and the government, have assured us that next year we will be doing 100,000 youth. To our shock, when the portal was open that we were picking only 10,000 youth, we got applications of over 150,000 youth who were interested in training. So we had to go through the difficult ordeal and some heartbreaking to tell them that we are picking only 10,000 out of 150,000 people who have applied to be trained. But we assure the rest of them that by the assurance of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the honest man and the man who keeps to his word, that 100,000 would be trained next year and the year after. We have engaged in many programs. Not only are we to train and find jobs for young people, but we should be interested in the health and well-being of young people. And that is why with the 100% and able support of the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, we are running the Red Means Stop campaign. It's not just a slogan, but it's a call to action that young people should live responsibly. Just as you get a job, you live responsibly. I remember an elderly person once told me that there's more to it than just finding money. Your mental health is very important because, interestingly enough, when you are broke, it affects your mental health. When you become rich, it affects your mental health. When you are in between broke and rich, it still affects your mental health. That is why you see many young people in the local palace, he blow, but he doesn't know how to manage the resources. And at the end of the day, the resources is depleted and he's going through mental crisis. So beyond helping young people to make money, we are also interested in how young people can manage their lives, and that is the mental health. In addition to that, we are interested in how young people can be included in governance, and that is why we are here today. Everything you say or do here is part of what puts together the various policies that the National Youth Authority will be putting together to present to His Excellency for onward implementation. They say wisdom doesn't lie in the head of one person. That is why we have gathered over 5,000 youth here in the past 3 days to discuss. Not because you have nothing doing at home or not because we have nothing doing with our time, but because we understand the essence of young people coming together to talk about their own future and to present it to the right authorities. I want to thank our development partners who have supported us through thick and thin, and the government of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, who is ably represented here by the Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Deborah. Young people are herein gathered to question and ask what is the state of the government, and to also hear from the right people or the right person the plans we have for them and what we have implemented so far. But I can tell you on authority, the future is bright. And with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, the future is brighter. And with His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the reset agenda, the future is the brightest. I thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. I thank you, colleagues. God richly bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Honorable Osman Arega. He's the CEO for the National Youth Authority. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this celebration reminds us that youth empowerment is not the work of one institution alone. And so with us, we have some partners, development partners like the CEO mentioned, who will share some solidarity messages. And so first on our list is a partner organization that tirelessly works and advocates for child rights and youth empowerment in Ghana. With a round of applause, let's welcome Mr. Constance Chona from Plan International.
Thank you so much. The Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra, Honorable Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, George Opare Addo, please permit me to stand on existing protocol and go straight to the message. Good afternoon to everyone. Today we gather here for the International Youth Day. Not just with celebration, but with a clear conviction. Young people are not just leaders of tomorrow. They are the change maker of today. Their voice is not a whisper. It is a call to action. And that call must be heard loud and clear. At Plan International Ghana, we are proud to stand with young people through projects like She Lead, Protect, Youth Empowered to Thrive, Rooting for Change, Be Smart, Learn and Stay Protected, and platforms like the Youth Advisory Board, the Alumni Network, the She Lead Social Movement, and many more. These are not just projects. These are platforms of power, voice, opportunity for Ghana youth. This year, we echo the powerful demand of youth across West and Central Africa, captured in what is known as the Conakry Youth Declaration document, crafted in May 2025. 15 countries, including Ghana, but one message: nothing for us without us. Young people are calling for a 30% representation in decision-making from local to national level. Permanent platform for peace building between youth, civilian, and security agencies. An education system fit for the 21st century, one that teaches financial literacy, entrepreneurship, digital safety, and includes all, especially children with disability. Real action on jobs, including access to funding for youth-led businesses, and the end to these unrealistic job experience requirements. Health and well-being, with tax-free menstrual products, accessible mental health services, and full enforcement against child marriage and gender-based violence. A green future through climate education, youth-led environmental action, and investment in renewable energy. And finally, a regional integration that allows young people to move freely, innovate, and collaborate across borders. These are not dreams. These are demands, rooted in reality and driven by urgency. The youth are committed to lead with peace, equality, inclusion, innovation and mentorship. Today, Plan International Ghana calls on the government of Ghana, the development partners, civil society, the private sector, and all the stakeholders to act on the Conakry Youth Declaration. Let us move beyond slogans and deliver strategies. Let us not just talk about youth empowerment. Let's empower youth to lead, because their voice is strong and their future is now. Thank you, and God bless Ghana.
Thank you very much. Round of applause for Constant Chona, the Country Director, Plan International Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to quickly acknowledge the presence of Mr. Emmanuel Na, who is representing the Central Regional Director of the Ghana Education Service. Let's give him a round of applause. We also have with us Brigadier General Maxwell Obuba Mante. He's the Director General of the Narcotics Control Commission. Round of applause for him. We have Lawyer Alexander Chum Berima. He's the Deputy Director General, Narcotics Control Commission. Round of applause for him as well. And he is in charge of elimination, control, and enforcement. We also have Mr. McDonald Day. He's the Director, Regional Operations, Narcotics Control Commission. Round of applause for him as well. It tells you how serious the NYA is when it comes to stopping red. Unim red. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I shall invite Brigadier General Zibrim Bawa Ayorogo. He's the Deputy Commandant at the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center to deliver brief remarks. Round of applause for him.
Our Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Debra, permit me to stand on existing protocol, because sitting here for some time, I observed that the list is not just tall, but very long. So with your permission, I carry on, sir. Honorable guests, anyway, esteemed colleagues, distinguished leaders, ladies and gentlemen, I am truly honored to stand here before you today as the Deputy Commandant of the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center at the 4th National Youth Conference. I extend warm greetings from the Commandant, the Governing Board, and the entire Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center family. This gathering signifies not only a celebration of our youth, but an opportunity to reflect on our collective journey towards peace, development, and empowerment. First and foremost, I would like to thank the National Youth Authority for this unwavering commitment to youth development in Ghana and for organizing this very important conference. I also acknowledge the effort that went into rescheduling this event. Originally planned for August 12th, and I commend everyone involved for their dedication to ensuring that we come together and discuss the future of young people in this country. As we convene here today, let us remember that the youth of Ghana represent a force for change. We have over 60% of the population under the age of 35. I know there are various sources, so please accept my source. Just research and find out whether what I'm saying is the case or otherwise, please, with your permission. It is imperative that we recognize the important potential that resides within our young people. We are not just merely beneficiaries of policies, they are active participants and leaders who can drive sustainable development and social transformation. The theme of this conference resonates deeply with the core values of the Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center. We believe that empowering youth is essential for achieving lasting peace and stability. The youth, the women, peace and security agenda, and the youth, peace and security agenda have both made significant strides, but we must continue to advocate for their inclusion of youth in decision-making processes that affect their lives. At the Kofi Annan International Training Center, we recognize the important role that young people play in peace building and security. Our commitment to youth empowerment is reflected in the establishment of the youth desk under the Women, Youth, Peace and Security Initiative. This desk is dedicated to engaging youth in peace processes and ensuring that their voices are heard in discussions that shape the future of this country. Through the Women, Youth, Peace and Security Institute, we have implemented various programs aimed at enhancing youth people's knowledge and skills in areas such as conflict resolution, leadership, advocacy, and many others. We have organized training sessions, workshops, and seminars that provide the youth with tools that they need to engage effectively in peace-building effort within their communities. Additionally, we have very important partnership with local organizations to ensure that our initiatives are culturally relevant and impactful. As we celebrate the progress made over the past decade, we must also confront the challenges that persist. Despite our collective effort, young people in Ghana still face significant barriers, including high unemployment rate, and inadequate opportunities for leadership roles. It is crucial that we address these challenges with agency and determination. The Kofi Annan International Peacekeeping Training Center has been committed to fostering an environment where the youth can thrive. Our training programs and initiatives are therefore designed to equip youth leaders with the skills and knowledge necessary to navigate the complexities of our world. We firmly believe that when the youth are empowered, they become catalysts for positive change in our communities. This conference is a testament to the power of collaboration. It brings together diverse stakeholders, government officials, civil society organizations, youth leaders, and international partners who share a common goal to promote the well-being and development of our youth. Together, we can create an enabling environment that nurtures the talent and aspiration of the young people. I urge all participants to take full advantage of the networking opportunities available during this conference. engage in discussions, share your experiences, and learn from one another. It is through collaborations and partnership that we can amplify our impact and drive meaningful change. As we move forward, I want to emphasize the importance of youth engagement in all aspects of governance and peace building. Young people have a unique perspective and innovative ideas that can contribute to sustainable solutions. I call upon each of you to be active advocates for your rights and participate in the democratic process that shapes the future of this country. Let us change the status quo and work together to dismantle barriers that hinder youth participation, whether it is in local governance, community development, or peace-building initiatives. Your voices matter. It is time for the youth to be at the forefront of conversation that affects lives and communities. To end this speech, I would like to express my deepest appreciation to the National Youth Authority CEO, who happened to be my junior brother. Let me emphasize that. For their exceptional leadership and commitment to youth development in Ghana. Your efforts are vital in creating a brighter future for our youth people. I also want to extend my gratitude to all the participants here today for your dedication to the cause of youth empowerment. Together, we can commit to building a society where every young person has the opportunity to contribute and lead. I look forward to engaging discussions and fruitful exchanges that will take place during this conference. May we live here inspired, motivated to take action, knowing that the future of this country rests in your hands. Thank you very much, and I wish you all a successful and impactful conference. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. And it was one of my childhood dreams to be in the military. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not too late because I still do think about it. You never know. Maybe one of these days, I'll decide to drop the microphone and join them there. See. Ladies and gentlemen, we shall now have, but even before that, let me quickly acknowledge the presence of Honorable Seth Saba Banini. He's the MCE for Ewutu Senya East. Honorable, if you're here, let us see you. Round of applause for him. We also have the DCE for Gomwa East, Honorable Margaret Nana Adom. If she's here. Okay, thank you very much. I shall now invite the country programs lead for Agra, Ghana, Dr. John Jagwe. Round of applause for Doc.
Thank you very much. Chief of Staff, Honorable Minister for Youth, Development and Empowerment, all ministers present, members of Parliament, additional leaders, development partners. Mine will be a short one. And most importantly, our youth. Shoboy. 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 Okay. Yes. You are our target, and you are what brings us here. Agra, those of you who've just heard about Agra, it was also born by a Ghanaian, Kofi Annan, the late, a distinguished leader. We are glad to be associated with the youth. Very, very glad to be associated with the youth in this country. We've been with you. We've been with the National Youth Authority for quite some time. From last year, this year, and the years to come, we've been supporting this event financially, and we will continue to do so. But with the purpose of exposing youth to the opportunities in agriculture. Agriculture is the engine of most of these African economies, and we will want to expose you to these opportunities and enable you to get the skills, get the knowledge, change your attitude towards agriculture, and give you a start so that you engage in agriculture profitably. Yesterday we talked a lot. We had a chance to do a master class, but of course I'll mention a few things that there are opportunities we are now currently working on to skill you and mentor your businesses in horticulture, in mechanization, in grain trade, and generally value addition. So, youth, these opportunities are there. Yesterday I talked about how you can access them. Be ready to take off in agriculture. And with those few remarks, I really want to thank you for welcoming us. And as Agra, we pledge to partner with you, Honorable Minister, in this noble cause of making the youth participate in agriculture meaningfully. So, Shoboy. Shoboy.
Choboy. Oh, yeah. Thank you very much, Dr. John Jagwe, Country Programs Lead, Agra, Ghana. Round of applause for him once again, ladies and gentlemen. And I guess you guys like the Choboy better. So, Choboy. Okay, thank you. Great. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I shall invite a young man who is representing all young people from the Commonwealth. He's a chairperson for the Commonwealth Youth Council, Joshua Opey. Let's welcome him with a round of applause.
Thank you. Choboy! Choboy! Yes. I'm putting us back on track. All right, thank you very much. Honorable Julius Debra, Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana. Honorable George Opariado, Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment. Honorable Osman Ayariga, Chief Executive Officer, National Youth Authority. Ministers present and members of Parliament present. Nananom, development partners, colleague youth leaders present, ladies and gentlemen. I bring you warm greetings from the Commonwealth Secretariat. It's a great pleasure to deliver this address on behalf of the Commonwealth Youth Council, where I serve as chairperson. The Commonwealth Youth Council is the official youth representative body for the over 1.5 billion young people across the 56 member states of the Commonwealth, and is formally recognized by the heads of governments as part of the Commonwealth's governing structures. I want to commend the government of Ghana, the Ministry of Youth, and the National Youth Authority for making this engagement possible. Ghana's commitment to youth development at all levels has never been doubted. And events like this only highlight such efforts. In 2022, while serving as General Secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students, I joined a consultation session on the current National Youth Policy 2022 to 2032. One of the objectives highlighted in the policy is youth participation in international affairs, which outlines the need for young Ghanaians to participate in global conversations. For a young person from Somanya, who has lived a major part of my life in Suhum in the eastern region of Ghana, leading a youth mainstreaming organization of a multilateral organization like the Commonwealth was far-fetched at the time. However, with the relentless contributions to youth development in Ghana and the support of the National Youth Authority and the government of Ghana, I was elected as chairperson last year by the grace of God. Thank you. My journey shows how, with the requisite support, young people can be positioned to drive the most ambitious national policies. Ghana continues to have a strong presence globally, mainly due to the continuous intentional support given to young people to take up roles in multilateral organizations. We must continue to provide such support to ignite potential and inspire change. The Commonwealth Youth Council, led by myself and 9 other executives, has been working tirelessly to ignite the potential of youth across the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth Secretariat, led by the Secretary General, Honorable Shirley Ayoko-Botwe, also continues to do the same. One such avenue is the Commonwealth Youth Awards, for which I am happy to share that nominations are currently open for all young people here to apply. Through the Youth Awards, selected young people have the opportunity to receive funding, mentorship, and the platform needed to drive their youth-led initiatives. Igniting passions means putting resources behind young people's work. And through the Commonwealth, we continue to drive conversations towards this. At the upcoming 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly, the Commonwealth Youth Council will convene a high-level engagement on leveraging artificial intelligence for youth development. If you have the opportunity to be there, you are duly invited to join us. As chairperson, I have seen firsthand how young people are inspiring change at all levels. However, it is worth noting that the need for more investments in creating the enabling, there is a need for more investments in creating the enabling environment for youth to thrive. The Commonwealth Youth Council stands ready to support the government of Ghana and all youth ecosystem stakeholders in implementing working solutions that will ignite the potential of young Ghanaians and inspire the change we all desire. This engagement should allow us to recommit to increasing investment for youth development, not just in talk, but in action. We also have to ensure that young people are partners in everything that has to do with youth, which is why institutionalized youth groups like the Ghana Youth Federation are important. The inauguration of the Federation is critical, and we must ensure the necessary resources are provided to maximize the potential of the Federation. In conclusion, as young people, let us also commit to take advantage of the numerous opportunities available to us. Stay active and avail ourselves every time we are called upon. Let us also know that the time to act for whatever issue it is not in the future, but now. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joshua Opey, chairperson of the Commonwealth Youth. He's a big man. Round of applause for him. He's not small, cry. He's been catching flights like a bird. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall now invite Madam Emily Napamba. She's representing the UN resident coordinator, who is not here with us. And so Emily Napamba is a deputy country representative for UNFPA. Napambo, sorry. Emily Napambo. Let's give her a round of applause as she joins us on stage. Choboy.
We've had enough of the male choboi. Let's see if a female choboi will do. Choboi! 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 Thank you so much. Honorable Julius Deborah, the Chief of Staff. Honorable George Opari Ado, Minister of Youth Development and Empowerment. Honorable Osman Abdullahi Ayariga, Acting CEO, National Youth Authority. Distinguished members of Parliament, esteemed youth leaders, development partners, members of civil society organizations, members of the diplomatic corps, friends and colleagues from the UN family, ladies and gentlemen, and not forgetting our very own traditional leaders, good afternoon. I am standing here on behalf of the UN Resident Coordinator for Ghana, Mr. Zia Chaudhry, who unfortunately could not make it today, but did send me to represent him and send his warmest regards to you. It is an immense privilege to stand before you today as we gather to celebrate International Youth Day 2025 under the powerful theme, Igniting Potential, Inspiring Change. As we know by now, this theme is not just a slogan, it is a call to action, a reminder that young people are not merely leaders of tomorrow, but the transformative force of today. Across Ghana and around the world, young people are challenging norms. They're breaking barriers, but they're also redefining what is possible. As the UN Secretary General reminded us in his International Youth Day message, we celebrate the determination, the creativity, but also the leadership of young people everywhere. This year's global theme, Local Youth for Action, the SDGs and beyond, emphasizes the progress begins in our communities. In every corner of the world actually, even here in Ghana, youth are shaping more inclusive, peaceful, but also sustainable societies. As we've heard from the previous speakers, indeed Ghana's youth, those between 15 and 35, make up to 38% of the population. This is not just a statistic, it is our greatest asset. But to unlock this potential, we must confront the harsh realities many young people face. We've heard about youth unemployment. It remains so high, 20% nationally, but reaches as far as 39% in the northern, upper east, and savannah regions. Over 1 million Ghanaians are not educated, are not employed, or even in training. Speaking of young women, they continue to face barriers to equal access in STEM, finance, and leadership. I commend the government of Ghana and its partners for the bold Red Means Stop campaign, a critical response to the rising scourge of drug abuse amongst young people, particularly the alarming use of synthetic substances like tramadol and lacquer. This campaign proves a vital truth. When we trust young people to lead advocacy and peer education, change becomes unstoppable. But let us be clear, substance abuse is not just a public health crisis. It is a threat to education, a threat to employment, and indeed to social cohesion. It robs our young people of their futures and weakens the very fabric of our communities. That is why early action is commendable, but sustained investment is non-negotiable. The truth is one the UN Secretary General has consistently championed, stating that young people are bold innovators, resilient organizers, and essential partners in achieving sustainable development goals. Their energy and ideas are not just welcome, they are actually fundamental to shaping a fairer, greener, and more resilient future. That is why here in Ghana, the UN in Ghana, the United Nations in Ghana, is working hand in hand with the government, the civil society, youth leaders to drive change. Whether in advancing climate action, in digital innovation, or human rights advocacy, young people are leading with passion and courage. Through UNICEF and IOLO, we are equipping young people with digital skills, coding, data analytics, and digital marketing, because the jobs of tomorrow demand tech fluency. UNFPA is advancing youth engagement and empowerment by nurturing and working with youth leaders and youth-led organizations, driving youth participation in climate action, and promoting youth health and well-being, including reproductive health. ITU and UNDP are expanding youth entrepreneurship, ensuring that Ghanaian talent thrives in the fourth industrial revolution. On peace and security, UNFPA and UNDP are empowering youth as mediators and peace builders, particularly in regions vulnerable to extremism. Talk of education, UNESCO and ILO are shaping the gap between classrooms and careers, ensuring that young women and men are ready for high-demand fields such as ICT. We are also backing green innovation, supporting the Ghana Youth Climate Council grassroots movements, because climate action cannot wait, and young people are leading the charge. Our commitment is clear. Mainstream youth perspectives across all programs. Support intergenerational leadership and decision-making. Advance gender transformative youth policies. Facilitate South-to-South learning and global exchanges. Strengthen TVET transformation to align with the 21st century labor market demands. Ladies and gentlemen, if we are to truly ignite the potential of Ghanaian youth and inspire lasting change, we must be bold. To the government Ghana, I urge you to scale up and sustainably finance initiatives like the Red Means Stop campaign and fast-track the youth policy action with meaningful youth participation at every step. To the private sector, continue investing in youth-led startups, apprenticeships, and innovation pipelines. To civil society organizations and development partners, let us fund long-term youth movements, not just term projects. And to the youth here today, you are seen, you're believed, and we stand with you. As the UN Secretary General said in his closing call, your voice, ideas, and leadership matters. Let us work together to support youth-led solutions and build a more just, peaceful, and sustainable world from the ground up. If we ignite potential without creating space for it to grow, it fades. But if we nurture it with the right policies, the right partnerships, and the right platforms, that potential becomes a wildfire of progress. So today, on this last day of the International Youth Conference, let us commit not only to celebrate young people, but to meaningfully partner with them, whether in strategy, in service, and in solidarity. Together, we can ensure this generation is not remembered for the challenges they faced, but for the change they led. Let us ignite potential Let us inspire change. Let us do this together. Medasi pa.
Yes, yeah, that's it. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, for the Deputy Country Representative for UNFPA. Let me quickly acknowledge the presence of the Deputy Chief Executive Officer for the Youth Employment Agency, Priska Sedinam Kekechi. Round of applause for her, ladies and gentlemen. At this juncture, I shall invite the Minister for Energy and Green Transition to give us brief remarks. Let's welcome him with a round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Deputy Minister for Energy, and Green Transitions. Round of applause for Honorable.
Thank you very much. Youth. 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 Power. Power. Action. The Honorable Chief of Staff, Honorable Julius Deborah, my own boss and the owner of power, the Minister for Youth and Development, Development Partners, the CEO and the Governing Board of the National Youth Authority, Nananom, distinguished guests, whilst we are in Gomwa land, we say, Yaya Krumfre Ye, Yaya Krumfre Ye, Choboy. I extend the warmest regard from my Minister, Honorable John Abdullahi Jinapo, the Minister for Energy and Green Transition, and also the warmest regard from the good people of Gomwa land. I'm a member of Parliament for Gomwa West. So I'm actually standing in for my brother, MP for Gomwa East, Honorable Desmond de Graaf Petu, and we welcome you all to Gomwa Fete. I stand before you today as a guest of honor at the 4th National Youth Conference, which is part of a broader national festival, Youth Festival. And I must say, I deem it a great honor. Last year, I was here. I was actually invited. I sat in and I listened, but today I have the opportunity to stand on the platform and also address my vibrant youth. This is a privilege, and I do not take it lightly. So I thank the CEO of the National Youth Authority and the Minister for Youth Development for giving me this great opportunity to address my youth. I don't know whether today I'm still a youth, but I take some consolation in the fact that my boss is still a youth, so I'm still a youth. Oh, boss, now you pass the youth. You there inside. Thank you. The theme we have today, Igniting Potentials, Inspiring Change, is timely and necessary. And I believe that most of the speakers have spoken about it, and we all see the need why our leaders chose this theme. And I must say, the National Youth Conference, just as all the leaders and the speakers have said, it is more than a gathering. It is a platform for dialogue. It is also a platform for learning and a platform for empowerment. And I know in the last 2 days, our young people have engaged, have had a lot of discussions. Skill training have actually been acquired, and very soon we are going to see entrepreneurs and business giants from amongst you. And I assure you that when we are talking about entrepreneurs, we in the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition are also paving the way for the youth to take up entrepreneurship opportunities within the ministry. It is true, the light is on by courtesy of His Excellency, the Ejumera John Dramani Mahama. With the support and guidance of our Chief of Staff. Distinguished guests, His Excellency John Dramani Mahame's resetting agenda presents a bold framework for realigning our national priorities and reposition Ghana for inclusive and sustainable development. At its core, the resetting agenda is about building trust in governance, investing in people, and creating pathway for equitable economic growth. For our young people, the resetting agenda translates in 3 critical areas. And the first one is investing in technical and vocational education, entrepreneurship hub, and digital literacy. We are equipping the youth with the tools not just to seek job, but to create employment. And we can see this when I listened to the CEO. He mentioned the National Apprenticeship Program, which has recently been launched. I know you all agree with me that it is one of the steps, and I urge you all, the young people, to take advantage. Secondly, these critical areas also include emphasizing the urgent need for climate-smart policies, the adoption of renewable energies. This creates space for youth inventors, engineers, entrepreneurs to be at the forefront of Ghana's clean energy transition. I also want to say that by recognizing youth and the young people not only as a passive beneficiary, but as an active partners in nation building, platforms such as this conference embodies the vision. As a Deputy Minister for Energy and Green Transition, I am pleased to highlight how the Ministry of Energy and Green Transition, under the leadership of John Abdullahi Jinapo, is directly connecting the aspiration of young Ghanaians and the young people. The ministry is scaling up investment in solar, wind, and mini hydro projects nationwide. This creates opportunities for young engineers, technicians, and entrepreneurs to enter the renewable energy value chain. The job ranges from assembling solar panels to designing innovative off-grid solutions. As we transition to greener future, the oil and gas sector remains a vital contributor to our economy. And I say this because a lot of people say that now Ghana, we are strongly pursuing the green transition and the green energy, so we are going to do away with our hydrocarbons. I beg to differ. We are actually exploring our hydrocarbons responsibly and also to create a lot of jobs for our young people. So we have not shied away from exploring our hydrocarbons. Take this. Through strengthening local content policies, we are ensuring that Ghanaian youth benefit directly from jobs, skill transfer, and entrepreneurship opportunities in exploration, production, and service provision in our oil fields. As a ministry, local content is core to our policies. The youth of today is the generation to truly feel the impact of climate change. The generation with the generation with opportunity to solve it decisively. This is a heavy burden, but it is also an incredible privilege. You have the chance to build a system. This literally means that the power for the future lies in your hands. So let's ignite the potential. Let's inspire that change. Let's build a future that is not only powered by clean energy, but also powered by your innovation, your passion, and your unwavering belief in a better world is possible. This is not the other possible. The Ministry of Energy and Green Transition is committed to partnering with the National Youth Authority, the private sector, and the international development partners to make this vision a reality. To my dear young people, the government can create enabling policies, but it is your passion, creativity, and resilience that will drive Ghana's future. Therefore, I challenge you to be innovators, to be entrepreneurs, and advocates for peace and civic engagement. Our democracies thrive when the youth actively participate in governance and promote peace. You are not just the leaders of tomorrow. You are the architects of today. The blueprint is unfinished. The tools are in your hands, and the time to build is now. So let us ignite the potential. Let us inspire the change. Let us not meet the future. Let us build it together. Let's create a future so bright and greener, so powerful, that it doesn't just light our homes, but it illuminates our place in history. To our leaders, let us ignite the potentials of our youth, inspire change, and reset Ghana towards a sustainable development. My dear youth, I thank you for this opportunity, and I believe that we are going to live here with a brighter dream and a hopeful future. Thank you so much. God bless you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Richard KodjoMensah, Deputy Minister for Energy and Green Transitions. Ladies and gentlemen, our next speaker, I'll introduce him after this brief performance from the Enidaswa Cultural Troupe.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, and that's our cultural troupe. Thank you very much. We are most grateful for that performance. Reminds me of my days in dance class at the University of Ghana. Oh, I have a bachelor's in dance, music, and theater arts. So when I start, the floor will go break down. Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, I shall now invite the man whose name will go down in history as Ghana's first Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment. Kind courtesy, the leadership of His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Ladies and gentlemen, the Honorable George Opare Ado. Round of applause for him.
Hey, hey, youth, youth, power, 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 action. Our Honorable Chief of Staff, if you permit me, I also want to stand on the protocols that have already been established. It looks like our list is very long and I'm not sure I'll be able to go through all of it. Yesterday, I got the opportunity of addressing this conference. And so I will not bore you with any long speeches. I'm sure most of you are hungry, and so we will be done very soon, so please indulge us. But we have a very important assignment to undertake, and that is why I am here this afternoon. As part of His Excellency's promises of establishing the Ministry for Youth Development, His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama also promised that when he becomes president of this country, he shall give the young people of this country a voice. And so today, we will be inaugurating the Ghana Youth Federation. This is a promise that His Excellency made to the good people of this country, and that promise is going to be honored today. It is with profound humility, a deep pride, and a resolute sense of duty that I stand before you again today as Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment. We gather here not for a mere formality, but for a moment that history will remember, that affirms our collective belief in Ghana's future. And we believe strongly that this future of this country will be very safe in the hands of the young people of this country. Today, we officially inaugurate the Ghana Youth Federation, a powerful, united front representing the voice, vision of young people from every corner of this country. The National Youth Authority Act, Act 939, gives the National Youth Authority the power to constitute this youth federation. This is not just an institution, but we believe this is a clarion call on behalf of all young people, that our voices are echoed far beyond this auditorium. A promise was made by none other than His Excellency President John Dramani Mahama, that under his leadership, the youth of Ghana would no longer have scattered voices in the wilderness, but one collective voice at the heart of policy making, governance, and national development. Today, His Excellency honors that pledge
to the young people of this country. The Ghana Youth Federation will be the apex coordinating body for all youth organizations, movements, associations, and councils across the nation. Its mission is clear: to mobilize, to represent, and to empower the youth of Ghana, not just as beneficiaries of development, but as co-creators and architects of our national development. This federation will not be an echo chamber. It will be a force of advocacy, innovation, and unity. It will be a platform where young Ghanaians can engage directly with the state, with one another, and with the world. And so, to ensure this vision is guided by steady hands and sharp minds, I'm proud to announce the interim leadership of the Ghana Youth Federation. These include individuals with proven track records and commitments to youth development. Ladies and gentlemen, join me as I proudly invite them to the podium. Mr. Sharif Gali, who is the president of the Ghana Chamber of Young Entrepreneurs. Mr. Eric Asamoah Renchi, who is the financial secretary of the National Union of Ghana Students, NUCS. Here. Mr. Eko Gerald, the general secretary of the Catholic Youth Organization. Ms. Sarah Kekeli, representative of the Ghana Federation of the Disabled. Mr. Ali Ibrahim, former national president of the National Network of Youth Groups. And Ms. Sabina Adjoa Amake, youth leader at the Ghana Girls Guide Association. Is she here? Okay. This will be the interim leadership for the Ghana Youth Federation. Their task is simple. They will be in office for 1 year. They have the task of making sure that the district youth federation councils are constituted and the regional youth federation councils are constituted. It is when the regional and district are constituted that they can now congregate and elect or position or put together the Ghana Federation, the Ghana National, am I pronouncing it right? The Ghana Youth Federation. And so when it is all done, from the districts to the regions, then we'll have the national. But this is the interim leadership that is going to oversee to the formation of this noble act. You will have the full weight of the ministry behind you, and I pledge my personal support and institutional commitment to ensure that the Ghana Youth Federation succeeds, not just by this symbolic act that we are seeing, but by making sure that they are given the needed support and resources to be able to function. Let us build a federation that is inclusive, transparent, innovative, and above all, impactful. Let us make Ghana the model for youth leadership across the continent. Let us show the world what it looks like when young people are not just consulted, but are empowered and put in places of power and position. On this note, it is my distinct honor and privilege to formally declare the Ghana Youth Federation duly inaugurated. And to the interim leadership, the task we are giving you is huge, but we believe in your potential. Go out there and do Ghana proud. Thank you all, and may God bless us all.
Thank you very much. Honorable Julius Deborah, CEO of the NYA, Minister of Youth Development. On behalf of the Federation and all youth in Ghana, I want to say a very big thank you to His Excellency the President. He didn't just promise through his youth commander, he delivered. And I think that as youth, this is what we need. A president and a team that says and does it. And for us, we commit our support to work with the government. The Federation will not be any ordinary group or a pressure group. It's going to be a group to mobilize youth from every corner of the country and ensure we support His Excellency to achieve the dream of an empowered youth. If you're a young person here, today is a turning point. We are all happy that we are making history together. So thank you very much. We'll be coming to you. We are privileged to be the ones leading, but I tell you, we are not the ones leading. You are the one to lead. You are the one with the power. Let's do this for Mother Ghana. Thank you very much.
Let's do this for Mother Ghana. Thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, Frimpong Lordina, if you are here, please see me after the program. I have your purse with Sikapudu inside it. If you left an ID. So Frimpong Lordina, yes, and your mobile phone as well. So please come and identify and take. Yesterday we announced a missing mobile phone is a Galaxy A16. If you have come across it by chance, please, he's the owner of the phone. Yes, so please let's give it to him when we find it. We're now at the most important part of this particular event today, the dialogue, where we have the opportunity to ask the Chief of Staff questions. And so it's going to be an open forum. We would select some of you randomly to ask the Chief of Staff any question that you may have. And of course, he will respond to them appropriately. If he doesn't have answers for your question at the moment, I'm sure that at the appropriate time or given an appropriate opportunity, he would do that. So let's quickly go through his bio briefly so we know the person that we are dealing with this afternoon.
So, Honorable Julius Deborah was born on April 24, 1966 in Obem, Kweu, Ghana, a prominent Ghanaian politician and a member of the National Democratic Congress. He currently serves as the Chief of Staff to the President, John Dramani Mahama, a position he was appointed to in February 2015 and again in 2025 January. So you can imagine, he's a competent man. And so, known for his loyalty to President John Dramani Mahama, Mr. Deborah played a key role in Mahama's political comeback, strategizing after the 2016 election, where we lost, to secure a historic victory in 2024. Honorable Julius Deborah's political career includes serving as a Minister of Local Government and Rural Development, where he spearheaded initiatives like National Sanitation Day campaign and the Ghana Streets naming exercise to improve public health and urban planning. He also held positions such as the Regional Minister for the Eastern and Greater Accra region. Now, before politics, he was an entrepreneur in tourism, in insurance, real estate, broadcasting, and served as the Executive Director of the Ghana Tourism Authority, revitalizing that sector. He attended the Imperial Senior High School, Senior Secondary School at the time, and the Achimota School. He had his A-levels in 1987 and 1989. He holds a Bachelor of Arts and MA in Archaeology and Sociology, specializing in museum of Ghana, in sustainable tourism development in Japan in 2011 and archaeology in Norway in 2018. Well, most describing as a self-described pupils person, He is widely respected for his grassroots engagement, humility, and ability to unify political divides. He is married with 3 children and aspires to be a tour guide in West Africa after politics. That we are looking forward to. And so Karim will do us the honors of inviting him to begin the youth dialogue.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we all be upstanding as we welcome the Chief of Staff of the Republic of Ghana, the Honorable Julius Deborah.
Please sit. Please be seated. Nananom, our development partners, senior military officers, and the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for the opportunity for me to interact with you. I want to talk about 2 things before we start the section. I want to thank Nana for that bold initiative of trying to establish an industrial zone in your enclave. It's in line with the president's objectives, and definitely I will send your message back to him, and I believe strongly that you will receive a delegation from the Minister for Trade, Agribusiness, and Agri. I like the team, igniting potential and inspiring change. But my young colleagues, I prefer to talk to you today as a senior brother and not as a politician, because along my journey, I learned a few things and I thought I should share some with you. The first one is what I call the I will, I can spirit. You need it. You must make up your mind that anything at all you set your mind up to is possible with the blessings of God. And that also linked me to the God factor. It may be Allah, it may be God, it may be anything. But you must believe that strongly when you look up to your Creator and you make supplications, He listens. I love the story in the Bible that says, when God wanted to create man, He said to His angels, let us create man in our own image. And the beautiful part that I like is after they formed man, He said to them, let us breathe some of our spirit into man. Which to me presupposes that indirectly you are a small God, because you are made in the image of God. And so anything at all that you call to being should happen. The gentleman that is standing in front of you today has a very rough start, let me put it that way. I grew up in a village known as Akrabo. And all the way up to 6th form, we had never seen electricity. And so you can imagine, why am I telling you this? I'm telling you this story so that if you are from Bumpurugu or Yoyo, don't be discouraged. You must know that with God on your side, you could also one day rise up to the top. So, I had my basic school at Akrabo, where, honestly, we didn't have enough teachers. So anytime you write a paragraph, you should expect the red pen to run about 10 times through the paragraph. But that does not discourage us. We continue to forge ahead. And then luckily for me, I passed the common entrance and found myself in Impressive Secondary School. Like they say, what a wow, village boy in primary school. Then we soldiered on. Luckily for me, after the O-level, then I got admission to Achimota School. All using lantern, not electricity. Why am I telling you this? I'm telling you because I want you to be motivated and know that we are here to ignite potentials and inspire change. Don't look at your current situation and feel belittled. Don't see yourself because you don't have shoes on and feel belittled. The Maker doesn't use successful people to cause change. He uses people like ourselves, the nobodies, the have-nots. And that is why God makes a statement. I chose KodjoMensah from the village without electricity, and he's now a medical doctor. And I believe each and every one of us here has the potential to become successful. Our president, President John Dramani Mahama, says every day that he believes so much in the youth, and that's why he created a whole ministry for youth development and empowerment. All the things that he said were not things that he said as rhetorics in normal politics. He said them because he believed them. In our private times, he asked, Julius, this youth thing, which level do you think I'm taking it to? And sometimes I say, as for you, the way I believe you, I can't imagine where you are taking it to. So the youth of this nation, be assured that you have a leader who believes in you and who is going to ensure that you become successful. On that few remarks, I bring you his special greetings from the presidency, and he wants me to reassure you that he loves all of us and he will treat us like his children and make sure that we get the best in life. At this stage, I'm available for your questioning. Thank you for having me.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this juncture, if you do have any questions for the Chief of Staff, the floor is open. Good thing and bad thing is that I get to choose who asks a question. But maybe what we can do for regional balance is to get one person from each region for a start. Right? So who do we start with? Greater Accra? Oh, no confusion. So you have one microphone here. There is another microphone here. And there is a third microphone there. So just stand before or behind the microphone. Which one is it? So you mention your name, your region, and one question, please. One question per person. So if you have a question, please stand behind the microphone. For those of you who are watching us online as well, you can go to the live stream and leave your question in the comment section, and we'll answer those questions as well. You're not left out. So let's start with you.
Thank you very much. My name is Frank Senahousu, Ote region. Mine is a concern. My concern have to do with the elimination of agricultural science as a subject of a study from the basic education curriculum. These have gone a long way to generate or reduce the interest in selecting the subject as a course of study in the secondary school. Honorable, I believe that this may affect the initiative of school farming initiative since most of our students don't have interest in farming. I therefore want to appeal to you to reconsider selecting agriculture as a main subject in the basic education and also make it as a core subject in the secondary school so that most of our students will have interest in studying the subject and also come out and have interest in the study of agriculture. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Please, let's try and make our questions, very brief. We can hold on with the PhD-like questions and do the more, yes.
All right, thank you. To be very honest and sincere with you, I believe in exactly what you said. Because if you see Ghana, one of our competitive edges is within agric. And from the programs that His Excellency the President wants to roll out, it will be very, very helpful if people have concrete knowledge about agric right from basic school. I will share your concern with the Minister for Education and possibly encourage him if he can raise a cabinet memo on that, because it makes sense to me. Thank you.
Hello. Thank you very much. So I'll take you and you. So after you ask yours, and then we'll get the Chief of Staff to respond to both.
Yes.
So let's start with you.
Thank you. Mine is 3 recommendations.
Please introduce yourself.
Yes. My name is Carlos. I'm the Executive Director for Africa Youth Forum International. I have 3 recommendations that I would like Honorable to address for me. 1, most young people within the countries really need access to finance. So I call for the creation of Youth Development Bank, where it's a bank that easily young people who are entrepreneurs can easily go there and access capital. And the interest rate within it should be lower to the extent that they can actually build their business. That is my first recommendation. Second recommendation is that most young people have business ideas already. The problem is registration. Most of these young people have businesses like tech and other stuff, but even registering it from that state to even access government grants is a problem. So I call them Honorable to help us to ease young people should have the same opportunity just as the big people, so that when we go to the Registrar General to register our business, we can easily have favoritism. Because when I started my first business, the same money I paid is the same money if Despite is starting his business, he will pay, which is not fair. So I call for this to be scrapped off. So this is my
Thank you very much. Let's take yours as well. Please, just one question each. 30 seconds, straight to the point. What is your name is Pa. Then we'll move on. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. My name is Samuel Atudaze from the Central Region. I would want to ask, there are some of the youth who are willing to go into agribusiness, but most especially what we lack is the financial strength that we can use to start up. And I would want to ask the minister if there has been anything that has been laid to the district level so that we'll be able to have access to the finances that will give us a startup to the agri-business. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much. So we'll take you as well, so number as a third person, a female voice. Yes, please go on.
Please, I'm Sophia Buedi. The reason why some youth find it difficult to get endorsements and partnerships from various corporate and governmental institutions in executing various educational and innovative projects that will promote sustainable national development. Because my organization, led by myself, is championing a course across all tertiary schools in Ghana, which is approved by Ministry of Education, and teamed at unleashing the power of education, innovation, and entrepreneurship for national development. But getting the support, endorsement, and partnership is quite difficult. I humbly plead and hope that the Office of the Chief of Staff, the NYA, stakeholders, and other partners present will support the National Tertiary Impact Initiative and other youth-led initiatives. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So we'll allow the Honorable Chief of Staff to deal with these 3 questions.
All right. Thank you very much. The first issue has to do with access to finance. Truth be told, there are a lot of institutions that do have access to startups and things like that. But I think we probably need to publicize their activities to enable the youth get to know these institutions. We have the National Entrepreneurship Agency and a few others who are supposed to guide and help the youth who want to go into enterprises and startups and projects of that nature. So what I'll do is that I'll advise those agencies to advertise what they do to enable the citizens to be aware of the availability of funding that they have for such activities. With regards to registration of an enterprise, I think it's not difficult at all. If you're registering as a corporate organization, then you need to go to the Registrar of Companies. There's an agency that will register your entity for you, so it becomes a corporate body that can operate in the system. But once you have it, if you now have a project that you need funding for, you need to put your project documentation together and then approach the various agencies with such funding to be able to access some of the funds. Sometimes it's not difficult. Sometimes it is difficult because if, people don't just give money out. They want to make sure that what you are talking about is bankable. And so you may have the idea, but once we subject it to critical and financial analysis, we realize that maybe you have to make certain changes. And most of us sometimes don't have the patience for that. Because I want the money, and once I approach the agency, I expect the agency to cash the money into my hands. But out of this, what I see is that most people probably need a lot of education and knowledge about what is available for them already so that they will be able to access. You have programs like GHOne and all that. The objective of it is to empower the youth who want to go into their own tradeship and little enterprise, small and micro enterprise, to be able to grow up on their own. The madam from National Tertiary Impact, I see your program as very, very interesting. And so I'll forward it up to discuss with the Minister for Youth Empowerment to see how best we can collaborate with you. I think these are those that are captured at this stage.
Yes, so we shall now take the next three, but let me ask this one from online. And the person says, how can Ghana bridge the gap between education, skills training, and employability for the youth? So this is a question from Prince Amachi, who is watching us online. Okay, so when Chief is done noting that, we'll take yours. So next question from you.
Okay, thank you very much. My name is Ali Ibrahim, Interim Executive, Ghana Youth Federation. Today, it has been 3 years now since the launch of the National Youth Policy. And we've not seen much that has been done in that regard. The NYA has been tasked as the main body to coordinate these affairs. But we know that due to constraints of funds, especially the main dedicated fund for the NYA has actually been cut. So we want commitment from your office and the office of the president to ensuring that we have a dedicated fund that goes to the NYA and in helping to coordinate this policy for the youth of Ghana. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Next question, please.
Okay, thank you. My name is Fred Ameko from Chief. Please, with the free exercise policy, how is the government?
Please speak into the microphone.
Okay. Please, with the free SHS policy, how is the government addressing quality and sustainability? Thank you.
Thank you very much. I like this one. Straight to the point. Next one, please.
Okay, once again, good afternoon. I am Isaac Kwame Nkrumah. Before my question, I need to commend the NDC for always setting the pace for the rest of the political parties to follow. However, last year during the campaign, our president promised 5% inclusion in his administration for persons living with disabilities. It seems it has not been realized. So I'm asking what Chief of Staff and His Excellency, what they are doing about it. Probably it might be an oversight. It is not too late. Again, there was a policy on employment equity for persons with disabilities drafted last year. I'm asking whether Chief of Staff and His Excellency would consider that policy and make it materialize. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. We shall now allow Chief to respond to the 4 questions, and then we'll take the next batch of questions.
All right, thank you. The first one had to do with entrepreneurship and, it had to do with education, skills training, and employability. Those of you that listened to the president when he was campaigning, he kept saying, and he hammered on it, that you find out that the type of education we're receiving is basically about credit card stuff, but not hands-on training. And so as part of our new policy, we also want to make sure that those of our compatriots who will not be able to pursue their education all the way to the university level must be given employable skills. Because, of course, if you go through education, all right, but you don't have a hands-on practical things that you can do, but you are not able to also pursue all the way to university, because sometimes it becomes difficult for you to find employment. And I'm sure the Minister for Youth Development and Empowerment, they have a program coming up that will pick our colleagues that want to learn something that they can practically put in practice. I know that they have this arrangement where master craftsmen are supposed to train some of the youth to gain some employable skills. So that is definitely being addressed. The other gentleman spoke about the dedicated funding for NYA. Well, the truth is that because the president has special interest in youth development and empowerment, that's why we've established an entire ministry dedicated to the activities and responsibility of the youth. And I can guarantee you that in due course, you will see actual funding going mainly into activities of the youth, so that we'll be able to develop the nation the way we want it. The other gentleman also spoke about how we ensuring quality in the free SHS. I'm sure you followed the news. The new Minister for Education, they held what we call the National Education Forum. And they came out with a lot of recommendations. Some of them, they've already started implementing them. But I'm sure in about a year's time, some of those recommendations, when followed out through and in detail, the results will show, and everybody will see that really we are reforming the free SHS system. It needs to be reformed, and everybody agreed at the Educational Forum that we need to reform it. But there are recommendations that the forum recommended, which we are following, and definitely the results will show. The gentleman who spoke about the disability and disability policy, honestly, I've not taken the pain to check the percentage of people with disability who are engaged in our government and agencies, but I'll follow it up. Good. My attention has been drawn that NY if we have one, but it's a good recommendation. We'll follow it up properly, and then we'll take it up with the president.
Okay, thank you very much. There's another question from online, and this one says, what specific strategies or frameworks is government putting in place to ensure meaningful inclusion of the Ghanaian diaspora in governance and decision-making beyond remittances and investments, so that their expertise, skills, and perspectives can directly contribute to national development? And this is from Maxwell Nate. He's the NDC Germany chapter youth organizer. Should I go over the question again? Or let's take another set? Okay, so let's start with you.
Okay, my name is Boahen Evans. I come from German North in the Bono region. My question is on employment. Since the government came into power, the government has done well by introducing so many entrepreneurial programs. But we want to find out from the government, when will the mainstream employment like police, fire, army, civil service recruitment, and teacher recruitment kickstart? Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. So I'd like to be gender biased a bit, so I'll let the two of you ask your question. So you and then the lady behind you. Yes.
My name is Anastasia, Secretary for the Ghana National Union of Technical Students. And my question is about the TVET sector. As a technical union, we have tried stakeholders to fill up our practical rooms for our technical universities. Our bid to get these help have been dormant. So I want to know if, like, the government has already heard about it, then what are they doing about it? If you've not yet heard about it, then this is a pitch for help, to help us out.
All right, thank you. Let's take yours.
Hello, my name is Yvonne Devore, a youth leader at the United Nations Population Fund. So my question is on sports. In the context of youth development, sports plays a very crucial role in promoting leadership and empowerment. In this conference, I haven't heard the talk of sports. I want to know what are the strategic policies that government has in place for sports for development, especially for women in sports like myself. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
Well, my name is Robert Kwesivaga from Medina and part of the Greater Accra Regional Youth Wing. Let me start by, first of all, appreciating the fact that the current NDC government has really made enough room for youthful participation. Honorable Chief of Staff, my question is very brief. A lot has been enumerated, but my question here is that the youth ministry has been a novel and is the first of its kind in the history of Ghana. How sustainable can this be after this government? Taking reference from once upon a time, the Zongo Development Ministry. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We shall now allow Chief respond to these questions. Unfortunately, I'm unable to take more questions at this point because Chief has to go. However, a dedicated email address is going to be provided for you to send all of your questions, and you will duly get responses to them. Thank you very much. And so Chief shall now respond to your questions.
Thank you very much. The first one I would like to tackle has to do with a question from the diaspora. Through ICT, it makes it easier for our brothers and sisters living outside to always be very interactive with us as a nation. I am aware that the Minister for Communication, Digitalization and Innovation has a series of programs, including the targeting coders and things like that. These are things that you don't necessarily need to be in situ to be able to perform. And so I will encourage our brothers in the diaspora who are IT savvy to make contact with the ministry. You could be based anywhere, but in the evenings you can work online and still earn some remuneration. That is a fact, but you need to get the details from them. The other question has to do with when is the government starting formal employment? As you can all bear me out, we came to meet an economy that was really wobbling. But thank God, and to the good work of the finance minister and his team, I think the system is becoming very stabilized now. And I can tell you that discussions are ongoing. Very soon, especially with the security services, very soon you will see recruitment starting, because as part of the 24-hour policy we want to introduce, we definitely need more hands on deck. So please keep fingers crossed, it will happen soon. The lady who spoke about the technical universities and TVET, honestly, I will just convey your message to the minister to take a critical look at it. The other one had to do with sports development. We are looking at two ways of doing it. And if you see, the president is now making it Ministry of Sports and Recreation, because we know that all work and no play doesn't really help anybody. I am also mindful that the Minister for Sports and Recreation is starting a program that will be known as constituency games. Now, the constituency games are going to happen at the local level, and it comes in different forms. Those who will be participating in soccer, football, those who will be participating in volleyball, those who will be participating in all other forms of sporting activities, it will be very, very published. I'll tell you a story. In the 90s, let's say 1994, around President Bill Clinton, in America, they had a challenge with drugs. And the best way they solved it was to introduce basketball in the neighborhoods. And so all the youth, not all, most of the youth, once you close from school, instead of going to loiter around and do things that are not right, they all took an interest in playing basketball. And I think that is part of the objective of having the Ministry of Sports and Recreation. And I believe very soon, I don't want to preempt it, I don't think it's going to be more than a month, the Minister for Sports and Recreation will launch what he called the constituency games. So definitely, my sister, you will find something to do. I can believe that it's going to be very interesting seeing you on the volleyball pitch or playing basketball with your friends. And let's look forward to it. We live but once. And so don't let us get so drowned in our sorrowness. Live well. If you can engage in some sporting activities, it keeps you busy, it keeps a smile on your face, and it makes you live longer. The other one is a very important question. His question is how sustainable is the Ministry for Youth Development and Empowerment going to be? Like we say, government is in continuum, but in our part of the world, sometimes we change a lot of things. I will only pray and wish and hope that successive government will see the importance of the Youth Development and Empowerment Ministry and keep it and not disturb it.
One more.
Sir, please, my question. Sir.
So Chief says he will take just two more. So I'll take yours.
Yeah.
I saw another lady somewhere.
Sir, please, my name is Adiza Abudu, a student
Chief,
of Odufon Senior High School. Sir, I want to be an entrepreneur. I want to be an entrepreneur. Assuming I want to be an entrepreneur, I want to invest in agriculture. All that I have is just a piece of land. How do I communicate with relevant authorities for help in terms of finance? Well, look for Agra.
Thank you. Yes, sir.
Okay. Hello. Please, Festus Abizi Eliasin, team president at Wisconsin University, Kumasi campus. There's this new policy that the government has implemented, which the public university students are benefiting a lot. But it seems private university students feel that they are being left out, which is the no fee stress policy. So I would like to ask, is there anything that can be done to also be used to cushion private university students in order to assist them in their education? And also, we've been observing that young Ghanaians
Thank you very much. One question. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
So my name.
Thank you. Oh no, hold on. Let's take.
All right.
Yes.
I am Joseph Sakite.
Please. Let's take your question.
I am Joseph Sakite Kwabite, BBF, Bibia Fine Youth Group. All right. So yesterday we've learned that government should move away from giving tokens to the youth and instead give them sustainable employment skills. And one of them is the Jumara, which we cherish most. But our problem in Ghana, and then for government policies like this, is the monitoring and the assessment aspect. So what strategic measures are you putting in place at the government to support the CEO and then the NYA director so that to implement it very well so that the transition towards the 10,000 next year will be very effective. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I'm Epiphania. And please, I would like to ask this question for the sake of my learners, my basic school learners. Craftsmen are complaining that they are not getting apprentices. But I wish the government will introduce craftsmanship in the basic education so that the learners are pre-introduced to craftsmanship so that at the end of the day, we'll have the labor that we want in Ghana. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much. And Chief, just one last one. Someone is asking whether the government will complete the e-blocks or not. Thank you. And that would be all for now. Ladies and gentlemen, all further questions can be sent to programs@nya.gov.gh. We'll display the email on the screen. programs@nya.gov.gh. So all further questions can be sent. You definitely get the responses back. Chief, thank you very much.
Thank you. The First Lady spoke about entrepreneurship in agriculture. As a matter of fact, my favorite thing is entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship because if you are able to do things for yourself and you are blessed with some success, you stand a chance of also engaging more people. You know, most of us, the type of education we went through is that you want to leave the four walls of the school asking yourself, where will I get a job to do? President Mahama intends for us to reverse this so that before people leave the walls of the school, they will say, I want to create 10 jobs, I want to create 20 jobs, or even 100 jobs. So it's something that we are working on. It takes a while to change the psyche into thinking the other way around. But to answer her simple question, as I said, what I've gathered from all this interaction is that it looks like most of the agencies empowered to lend support are probably not boosting up their activities. And so what I'll take back and write to all of them that whichever activities you are signed up for, you have to make sure that the general public get information about it so that if somebody is looking for a small startup in that Greek, they will know where and which agency to go and talk to. The gentleman who raised the no fee stress policy, I think it's a suggestion I have to take to the Minister for Education to look at it. And then the other gentleman here also said that even though the NYA and other UFO agencies, he is aware they are doing something to help, but he thinks that the government should resource them some more to be able to do more. It's a good suggestion, but normally what happens is that you start such programs on piloting basis because you are not too sure whether the people taking the resources and taking the support will channel it through the purpose for which they are coming for it. So usually we start it on a smaller scale, and then as we learn lessons from it, we'll scale it up. But all the same, I'll take your suggestion to the President to look at it. Another lady also spoke about craftsmanship and suggested if we could take it to basic schools. The matter of the truth is that definitely we have some training in craftsmanship at the technical and vocational institutes. The new suggestion and proposal is that we should try and expand it. Instead of doing more secondary school, we should try and do more vocational training so that at least most people, once they leave school, will have something they can do to earn a living right away. And so we'll boost that one up. The last one is a suggestion whether we are going to continue with the e-blocks. The president said in joint campaigning that he believes that all projects that are stalled have some commitment of government resources. Some are part of the loans that we've all contracted. And so his dream and vision is to make sure that all uncompleted projects will get back to completion. And the e-blocks definitely, because they are our brainchild, will be part of it. Be rest assured that we shall complete all of them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. At this juncture, Chief, if you have any closing remarks you may want to add, we shall take them. Thank you.
Thank you. The only thing I want to say is that we have to believe in ourselves. As a country, we have to really believe in ourselves. Ghana, the whole of sub-Saharan Africa, were the first to get independent from the colonial masters, meaning we have something special. And I'm here to reassure you that the president we have today is more than determined for all of you to be successful, and we shall work towards that. Thank you.
Readings.